Hello and welcome. These are horse racing selections for Saturday, the 5th of October. I am Flatcap Callum and I'm hoping you are all very, very well. There is a lot of racing on Saturday and it's taking me quite a while to go through. And what have I got for this Saturday video? As if in it, come on, there's a lot going on. It's a bonanza Saturday, a bonanza, I tell you. Got 13, baker's dozen of them, 13 horses across 3 Yankees and 1 horse as a single. Of the 13, 12 made the star system, so 12 star rated horses, which is the most in one day I can remember. So let's hope let's hope that's decent. But yeah, the stake is going to be a £30. So in old channel money, that's a day and a half's stake. That's probably a bit more than what is average at the moment. So for anyone who's following, just bet responsibly. Right, 30 quid for some people means nothing. For other folks, that's a lot of money. So you make your picks and your choices. I'll talk you through what I've got and I'll explain to you why I put them in the way that I've put them. There's 13 horses. You can then do what you want with them, whether you want to copy exactly what I'm doing, whether you want to put them in various combinations, whether you go, oh, you put a horse as a single, that's asking for trouble, I want to put that in and something else. You go through that. That's what's coming up, as well as the review of yesterday, as well as the return of the Fantasy Tips, the league. So we'll get to that after we've done the bets for those who are interested. It's free to enter. The prize is Pride. It's quite a massive prize, really, to be honest. Yeah, we did it before. It was a bit of fun. It is returning. It's returning it for now in exactly the same format. So we're going to run till the end of the year. Stephen King, who's follower regular of the channel, and well, I say follow regular channel. To be honest, through the channel, me and him have become friends, and yeah, he does a lot behind the scenes on the Fantasy Tips League. So I'm very grateful. And so he's agreed to carry on as we were. He's got some very super complicated spreadsheet going on in the background, which basically we need people to fill it in, right? Not fill the spreadsheet in, but fill the comment in, right? And then yeah, we'll go to the end of the year, and then we'll see where we're at with that. So for those of you who've played before, you'll get a reminder after the bets. For those of you who've never played before and have piqued your interest with the Fantasy Tips League that is free to enter, then yeah, just because there's no hidden catch in there as well. Like I know lots of folk, there's a catch. I'm not going to tell you. You can only enter if you subscribe, because I don't know, do I? Do you know what I mean? So some people are subscribed publicly, some aren't. So if anyone ever says to you, you can only enter something if you've liked or you're subscribed, the person making the video doesn't know who's liked and who's subscribed, right? It doesn't actually tell you exactly who it is. So it's a fob off, right? So I'm not going to tell you that. If you want to like and subscribe to the video, then brilliant. I'd really appreciate it. I don't ask for that stuff, but if you like to do that, that's fine. Anywho, review of Friday wasn't very good, was it? Another one, dud. I mean, it wasn't as bad as the day before. That horse fell. I mean, yeah, James Bowen, good jockey booking, but he couldn't keep the horse on its feet after a couple of jumps, so that was a bit of a shame, but the horse was fine, so that's fine. That wasn't good. That was disappointing, really. And Wadeo was a really credible fourth, SP'd at 66s. So the channel only paid out for third place because Sky was the only bookie on 4. If you got Sky and you got the 4th place, well done to you, because you actually made a profit just by that horse placing. But nothing back for the channel. All right, let's get into Saturday's stuff. And I'm going to go for it speedily. I'm not going to kind of dwell and give you big long explanations and stuff. Partly because there's a lot, partly because I do the Tips League, and partly because I'm a bit tired, to be honest. So I just want to go to bed after this. All right, we've got a Longchamp Yankee. So over in France. So the way I've done it is there's a French one, there's the main racing in the afternoon one, and there's Norway, the one in the evening. They're the 3 Yankees. So you can make your choices about which one, if you like all of them or some of them or whatever. And I've just realised I've done it again, haven't I? I've not written the blinking star system on. Right, I'll try and remember as I go. It's fairly straightforward in the sense that the horses are 1 or 2 star. There's nothing more than that today. Anyway, it's just annoying. I'll put it on there. So, yeah, I know. I'm sure some of you are like diligently following on, and some of you couldn't give 2 hoots about the star system. But anyway, we've got a Yankee at Longchamp starting the 133. There's only 5 runners in the Cadran. Trushan's won it before. Kyprios is the massive odds-on favourite. It's won it before. The unknown is the French progressive horse. But basically, what you've got, if all 5 of them run, is a bad each way race, and there's some excellent place value in Trushan because I think it's going to come second or third. It would be a surprise to me if it was good enough on the day to beat Kyprios. That being said, Trushan has got its ground, and you should see a decent enough performance from it. So I think it's a good bet at 8-1. It varies around. There's some bookies are 7, some are 8, some are, I think it's 17-2 is the best price I've seen. But yeah, there's no single on that one, and it comes out as a 1-star Trushan. Then the 2:15, I've actually picked a horse. This is the only non-star horse of the day. It's in the decent quality handicap at Longchamp, and when I've proved my star system, I've done it on. It includes UK Irish racing, and it includes French listed group races, but I haven't proofed it on French handicaps. So I like the look of the horse, but it doesn't. I haven't got a mechanism to properly put it through a star system. So I decided, because I've got 3 at Longchamp, I'll put a 4th one in, so we've got a full Yankee. But yeah, Blue Brother in the handicap. That's 2:15. There's some bookies paying 5 and some paying 4, and that's some of the difference you'll see above in the bookie advice. So Blue Brother 14-1. Yeah, looks progressive, I think, and a decent price. 3:25. Make Me King 10-1, and 4 o'clock Ottery 14-1. So that's 2-star, 1-star. Make Me King is 2-star, Ottery 1-star. But we've got 25p each way Yankee, and we've got 2 £1 singles on the bottom 2. So no single on that because it's a bit short, and I'm really playing for the place. No single on that because it's not hit the star system, so I've just added it in. It's a bit more than a filler, but I've added it in. And then the other 2 are 2 £1 win singles, because they are 2-star and 1-star bets. So Sky are best for place terms. Betfred are second best, standout second best for place terms, because of, I think it's this race. And then you've got 365, Ladbrokes, Coral or Unibet. They were the best total 6 bookmakers. The one caveat is, normally when I bet French horses, I do let them run to SP. I didn't want to confuse it a bit today because I think that price is probably quite good. Handicap's hard to read, and those 2, I wouldn't be surprised if they did get bigger. So it wouldn't be a bad idea to do SP. I don't think you're going to lose out a lot, and I think overall you might find the price to go up. So the way that it works with the French market, if you're backing French horses in English betting markets, you tend to find they do go up a little bit, and the night before the bookies protect themselves even more than the UK and Irish racing in the UK on French races, because the price setters are basically less informed. So yeah, these all could get a little bit bigger. I'm happy to take the prices they are for the channel. You can make your choices. 7.50 is the bet 1. All right. Bet 2 is the single horse. So it's in a maiden on the jumps at Goran Park. And there's a few maidens at the Curragh, where I think there's some big prices with potential in there, but I've left them out because they're 2-year-old ones, and I'm still monitoring that. With the jumps, I've put this in, and what I've done is I've left it out of the singles. Left it out of the multiples. If I had 4 horses and that was all I had, and add this one, I'd put them all together. But basically, it seems I didn't want to disrupt the Yankees, because Yankees are my preferable bet. So 5 horse bets are fine, but my ultimate kind of optimum is trying to get a 4 horse Yankee in. And this horse is running in a 17 runner maiden with only paying 3 places, so place terms are really, really unfavourable, but there is value in the price at 50-1. So the 2:30 Gowran Park Molly's Kingdom 50-1. It's a 75p each way single, £1.50. So I wanted to include it. It hit a 1-star rating. 1-star rating. There we go. All right. Then this is the afternoon bet. There's only one of them. I've only got one in actual television races though. So we've got 2.50 at the Curragh. Never Shout Never 10-1 is a 1-star. 3.35 Ascot Popmaster. That's the only one I've got on the telly on the ITV Racing. I think that's an excellent price for a horse that should be single figures. It came out 2 stars. 4 o'clock Curragh. That is written terribly. That's not Majestic Booty. That is Majestic Beauty. Majestic Beauty at 10-1. That is a 1-star bet. And then 525 Goran Park Flied Mega Days. It's a really low quality handicap, and that's a very bottom rate horse. But actually, it's been given an opportunity where it can actually run off its legitimate handicap mark, which it doesn't usually. Usually has to take extra weight and it's out of the handicap. So it did only run Monday, and there's a little worry about that, about whether they might pull the thing out. But it's a really good price for that horse in that kind of a race. So that is the bet. So yeah, 1-star, 2-star, 1-star, 1-star. I think that sounds right. 25p each way Yankee. We've got £1 win singles on the first 3, and we've got a 75p each way single on Fly to Mega Days at the bigger price. Sky standout bookie, Paddy our standout second bookie on this specific bet, and then 365 Betfair, Unibet, Betfred or Betway are joint third best. They are the best 7 bookmakers in terms of doing the multiples for these bets. But you can vary the price on the singles. You know, shop around would be the best advice. But in terms of if you do the multiple element, that's the best one. £10 is bet free. And then finally, the all-weather bet. All-weather, we got 2 Southwell, 2 Wolverhampton. Absolutely avoid Paddy and Betfair for this one, by the way. We'll get to the bookie advice, but avoid Paddy and Betfair. You're losing out on basically a place on almost all the races. So 545 Southwell, another investment, 16s. 630 Wolves, Cloudy Sky, 16s. 645 Southwell. I'm taking a bit of a punt in the sense of that one really does need to bounce back, but I think getting back to the all-weather on that sort of distance is what Roman Emperor might want. So 25s might end up seeing like a short price, but it equally might turn out to be a big price. But there we go. Roman Emperor 25s, and then 730 Wolverhampton, Zarzini 11-1. 25p each way Yankee, 3 times 75p each way singles on those 3. The bigger prices, £1 win single on Zarzini, £11 stake. The best bookmakers, joint 5 for place terms, 365 Sky, Unibet, Betfred and Betway. They are the best 5 for place terms because they're offering for, I think almost across the board on that. Possibly not on that last race, can't remember off the top of my head, but I think the other 3 are. And then we've got 1-star, 2-star, 1-star, 1-star. So that's 1-star, 2-star, 1-star, 1-star. So in total, there's 3 2-star horses. So I think that's what I've said here. 1 in each bet. Cloudy Sky, Make Me King, and Potmaster. All right, £11. So if it's all gone down at France and all gone down in the afternoon, we've still got £11 of our 30 rolling on to the evening. We could equally have an absolute awful day and come back with nothing. All right, I think that's the best. That's £30 at 4 bets, 3 Yankees, 1 single. It's up to you, we do. Okay, and Tips League. So Tips the League is back. So the way the Tips the League works is you get a fictional 10 points. By the way, all of this instruction is in a comment attached to the top of this video, and that is where you enter, and that's quite important too. We'll get to that, but you've got 10-point fictional stake to use on ITV Racing only. It has to be ITV Racing. In the comment, it tells you the 8 races, 4 from Ascot, 3 from Newmarket, 1 from Redcar, that is on ITV Racing. It has to be those 8 races. If you don't follow the rules, or you don't understand the rules, or you get it wrong, it will just be a void entry. That's how it works. So you've got 10-point fictional. You can put it on one horse. You can go 10-point win, 5-point each way. You could put it across 2 horses, so you could do 2 each way on one and 6 win on the other. You have to do whole points, no decimal points, so no 0.5 points. So you can bet 1, 2 or 3 horses, and it's 10 points. And if you don't use them all, it will be credited as the fact you have used all the 10 points. So 10 points across 1, 2 or 3 horses that have to be on ITV Racing. You need to specify the race, time, the meeting, the horse name, and the odds. Not the odds. And your stake, okay? Horse name, race meeting, race time, and your stake. The place terms are calculated from Sky Bet place terms, so factor that in your decision making. So if Sky have got standout places, that's how you will record points, and the points will get basically worked out on SP. So it has to be on the starting price. So there's no kind of, I've got a great price and it gets crashed in. You'd only get the starting price in terms of from a point of view. So if you put a 1-point win on a 10-1, then that is 11 points back to you. depends what you've done with the other 9 points. You have to enter by 2 o'clock, so 2 o'clock is the closing date. No entries allowed. If you enter and you write in the comments, it has to be written as a reply on the thread, so not just randomly in the comment section of the video, because I don't like to clutter stuff up. There's a comment that I will put in this video to enter. You reply to that comment, not reply to the video, reply to that comment, and that is entered. If it's wrong, I'll try if I can to flag to you that there's something wrong and give you a chance to delete it and re-enter it. What you cannot do is edit. If you edit it, it will count as a non-entry, so you have to leave it as it is. If you've made a mistake, delete it, redo it. As long as you do it by 2 o'clock, it's fine. But 1 minute past 2, your time is gone. And to flag, there are some of the ITV racing that is on before 2 o'clock. So it's up to you how you kind of want to play that. I think that's it. So we've got 10 point across 1, 2 or 3 horses, ITV racing, singles only as well, singles only, so no sort of doubles and trebles and stuff allowed in terms of entry. It's got to be done at singles. And then at the end, hopefully probably by Monday or Tuesday, I'll have a bit of a result, and we can tell you basically who's won on the return. So what we'll do is we'll keep a bit of a track from where we were before, but we'll also do a little bit of a where are we now. So we've got October, November, December, so we'll have there'll be different winners each week, we might have different winners each month, and then we'll see overall, and we'll also probably do a little bit of a cut of data of who was kind of won from the return, if you like. So I appreciate there'll be newer entries. There was a good suggestion actually that I would consider if we were doing it, if we do it longer, but I'm not going to change it now. Which somebody, I can't remember who wrote it, which was should it be a default that if you don't enter, you just get minus 10 each week, which I did think was quite a good idea in the sense of it keeps people honest really, and it does prevent. Let's imagine there was somebody who had a cracking week and then just didn't play for ages and they'd sat at the top of the table. So it does prevent that kind of stuff. But as it is, we will carry on exactly as we have been. But please make sure you read the instruction that is in the comment, and if you want to enter, reply to the comment and write it like I've stated in that comment, because that is the most helpful way for myself and Stephen to be able to actually extract the data and put it into a spreadsheet and actually do something with it. All right. Any questions about the Tipster League, feel free to ask. I think that is me for the night. All right. Have a good Saturday. I shall be back most likely Saturday night, possibly Sunday morning, but most people don't, or not everybody will know. The Art of the Triumph is on Sunday. It's a cracking meeting at Longchamp, so I'm very likely to have some bets for Sunday. I just don't know if they'll be Saturday night or Sunday morning at the moment. All right. That is me. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.